Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Thanks so much for stopping by. Here in my home, we love to throw parties. It's just something that we're very passionate about, I guess you could say. We love everything about party planning, party decorating, and keeping it in a very good budget. So I'm going to be showing you some of the tips and tricks, things that we used back in January when we threw a Monopoly themed party. We had so much fun thinking outside of the box for this one. Because Monopoly themed parties aren't too popular, I haven't seen a lot of them. So we kind of had to use our imagination a lot, and we really had a blast putting this whole party together. So follow along as I show you some of our tips and tricks and how we made this party a great success. So around the party we had some frames of Chaz dressed as Mr. Monopoly. So we took those about a week before the party. We dressed him up like Mr. Monopoly. We bought a white mustache from Amazon. We got him a top hat, a cane, a bow tie, and put him in a suit with a white shirt, and he looked like Mr. Monopoly. And it was just a really cool personalized touch on the decorations. So instead of just printing out a bunch of fake Monopoly money and fake Monopoly property pieces and everything, we wanted to keep it pretty authentic as we could. And we had a Monopoly board ourselves, and my grandparents had a Monopoly board, but we didn't really want to take those boards and ruin them, by using them near food or taping them or anything like that. We wanted to keep them all pretty put together and not get them all mixed up around the party. So my mom had the great idea of going to a thrift store and looking for an old Monopoly set, because honestly we didn't need every piece in the entire set, we just needed the bulk of it. So we went to a thrift store, and lo and behold, Mom found a Monopoly set for $5. I was kind of blown away, but she can find anything in the thrift store, I promise. So Mom found the Monopoly board at the thrift store, and we ended up using that for the majority of our decorating. The majority of everything you're going to see in this video, like the property pieces found everywhere and the money, the little money bills, that is mostly from the thrift store find. So a lot of the bigger Monopoly cutouts that you see around the party, we bought an entire school bulletin board set on Amazon, and it was perfect. It came with so many little things you could just rip out, and we used them everywhere all around the party, and you're gonna see a lot of those things, and I'll talk about them, but we used them everywhere around the party, and they were perfect and pretty cheap too. So the big Chazopoly banner that we have on the wall when you first walk in, my brother's name is Chaz, so that's why everything's Chazopoly. We bought that banner, we ordered it online from Walgreens. It's usually about a $25 banner, but we always are looking for coupon codes and promo codes, anything we can find. So we just ordered a big red banner that had white words that said Chazopoly on it. And what we did is we took those pictures with Chaz, and we had him, in one of them that we took before the party, we had him open his arms, because we wanted the same effect as the Monopoly man coming out of the word Monopoly on the side of the game board. And so we wanted that same effect. So we ordered a picture of him with his arms spread open, just like the Monopoly man. We ordered that in 11 by 14 from Walgreens. We cut that out, and then we glued it onto our Chazopoly banner. Then we added some money on there to decorate it, and then the bottom of the banner we had some of our cutouts, our punch outs from the school Monopoly bulletin board set that we bought on Amazon. And we just glued those on the bottom, and it looked pretty stinking awesome. So now let's talk about the property pieces that we had everywhere. These big 11 by 14 property pieces, they're just a regular 11 by 14 white canvas that we got, pretty stinking cheap. And my sister painted the turquoise and the red. She painted that on all of them, and then we put electrical tape to give the effect of a property piece on the game board. And then each of the property pieces, we personalized them to fit our birthday boy. So St. Charles Place, Chaz's real name is Charles, so that went perfect. Price $2,004. He was born in 2004, so we just personalized it. This one is short line. So what we did is Mom got a printable of the train and she cut it out, put it on there, and Mod Podged over it. And how she got the wording on each of these is she printed out the wording on a piece of paper, she stuck it behind the canvas, shone light through it, and traced it out. You can do it however you want if you want to freehand it, but that's just how we did it for these canvases. The other canvases we had were Talk-A-Lot Avenue. That totally fits our birthday boy, Talk-A-Lot Avenue. And also Center Stage. That was just a property that that fits our birthday boy too. He likes to be center stage in everything. So let's talk about our dessert table. This is one of my favorite things of the entire party. Probably because birthday cake is one of my favorite things on the entire planet. Anybody who knows me knows that birthday cake is my weakness. So looking at the cake, we wanted a Monopoly themed cake, but we didn't want to pay pricing of getting a personalized Monopoly themed cake from like a bakery. That would be very, very expensive to get something like that. So we went to Sam's Club and we got a regular sheet cake for about $25, and we got it personalized in the Monopoly themed colors, and we had them right on the front of it. And then when we brought it home, we used some of the school bulletin board set we got from Amazon, the same set with all of the pop-out pieces, and we put some of those on the cake. And as you can see, we have the little Monopoly man, and we have some money pieces on there as well. And then we bought a little happy birthday banner and stuck that on there, and it honestly looks pretty good. If you didn't know, you would think that we paid a pretty good penny for a cake to be personalized for Monopoly themed, but it was about 25 bucks, so can't beat that. So for the cupcakes, we wanted those to be Monopoly as well. So we got those for about $18 from Sam's Club, and they were just plain cupcakes with the different colored frosting that we had asked for. And then we looked up online the free Monopoly printables, and we found some, and we printed those out. We cut those, stuck them onto toothpicks, and those were our cupcake toppers, and they looked adorable. So we wanted something that would make the entrance of our home really shout Monopoly thing. So one thing that we did is we took a bunch of the money from our thrift store Monopoly board we found, and we took a bunch of that money and we taped it on curling ribbon, and we hung it as banner all throughout our living room. And that was so fun because it just like made such a big impression when you first walked in, because all of that money hanging from the ceiling, it just really shouted Monopoly, which was the effect that we wanted from the beginning. So as you see in our dining room, we used a Monopoly board as the centerpiece, and we used some of the Monopoly pieces, and it just made for a perfect centerpiece. So we have these two sconces in our living room, and my mom filled them up with property pieces, the little hotels and the little houses, and she put some in the bottom around both of those sconces and put a piece of money on them, and they looked so good. Every inch of our home was Monopoly themed, I promise. It was awesome. So my mom always likes to have fresh flowers in her kitchen for any type of occasion, so we bought a cheap flower set, colored flower set from Sam's Club. It matched the party. It was green, yellows, and oranges, so it went perfect with the party. So she wanted some Monopoly things to go along with that flower arrangement. So she got some of our property pieces from our Monopoly set, and she glued them to just little wooden sticks and stuck them in the vases. So some of the pictures we had around the party, we just put those in dollar store frames, and then we took some of our money from our thrift store Monopoly board set, and we just taped or glued those around the frame, and then we took some of the property pieces and did the same thing all around those. So outside we had some tables for Chaz's friends, and we bought these big Monopoly property pieces that were blank. And so we put those out on the table with some pens, and we wanted his friends and his family to write on those property pieces something encouraging, maybe a memory, something that was funny to them, or maybe a piece of advice for Chaz. And that turned out to be really, really fun, that all of our friends and family got to be a part of. And those were from Amazon. So the top hat, the cane, and the bow tie that we use for Chaz to take his pictures in for the party pictures. We also use those as decorations on one of the tables that we needed some decorations for. So outside of our home, we wanted a free parking sign, just like on the Monopoly game set where it says free parking. We wanted that outside where everyone was going to park. So my mom got a piece of poster board and she cut it to be a square, and she printed out free parking with a little red car on it. We glued it to there and we stuck it outside, and it looked so awesome. Same place that we found the free Monopoly printables for our cupcake toppers, we also found these little cards that you could write on and personalize yourself. So we got these cards and we used them for the drinks and the food. So we just used it and kind of took it to shine back on our birthday boy, such as Chaz-opoly Chili Verde. We thought that was so fun to name different things throughout the night. And also short line salsa, because our birthday boy is a little short and we like to tease him about that. So short line salsa, and also for the drinks we had luxury tax sweet tea and Pacific Avenue punch. So all things that had to do with the Monopoly board and our birthday boy, we just tied it all together, right down to the tea and punch and the food that we were eating. So everything had a Monopoly theme, and it was just so much fun. And these little like name tags and cupcake toppers, things like that, that don't cost very much or anything at all, they're just so perfect to use because it just brings that effect of your party having so much thought and input and fun and everything, right down to the food, right down to your flower vase, right down to your walkway that people are coming in. Everything has thought and input into it. Well, thank you so much for following along on this Monopoly themed birthday video. We had an absolute blast planning this party. We had a blast putting everything together and trying to think of ways to make it creative and fun and budget friendly. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it gave you some motivation and some inspiration to create your own party, whatever it may be. Please like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Give this video a thumbs up, comment your favorite part about it. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time.